What if you never find your purpose? Well, nothing. Nothing happens because purpose is not real. And if we want to talk about purpose, we have to decide what we mean by that, first of all. And by purpose, we typically mean not a sense of purpose, not a reason for getting out of bed in the morning, not a motivating factor, but a guiding light, a why am I here? What is my role on this planet? And this kind of desire to fill that slot in our understanding. It's a concept that arises when we look to fit in to our lives, to justify our lives, and none of that is necessary, first of all. To ask, what is my purpose, is to suggest that we inherit one for our lives, and this must be rooted in some idea that our lives are formed with intent. And though, your parents could have planned you, and maybe God planned you, or whatever your universal understanding of creation is, your understanding of universal whatever, it's real crazy to say that there is a definitive and single purpose for you to fulfill. So then I think we have to ask ourselves too, what is purpose actually for? Is it to guide us? Is it to align us with a calling? Or is it a way of justifying our lives? Do we believe that we are unjustified without it? Is it possible to fail at our lives? Is it possible to lose? Is it possible to be useless? In some ways, purpose is a really fucking reductive way of looking at your life. You are more than that. You exist in multitudes, you behave in multitudes, and you express in the same way. So I don't think our births are intertwined with an enlistment in any kind of purpose manhunt. I'm not looking for purpose. There's no need. I have not been asked in being born to spend as much of my life worrying about what I ought to be doing than I am to be doing it. I am not here to ask myself, where am I supposed to be, when I could just be, and here, for that matter. So then we end up at the second issue, this idea that we have a singular meaning, right? Like this idea that there's one sentence that we can say, like, this is what I'm here for. What are you here for today, first of all? What are you here for today? Are you here to be loving? Are you here to be kind? Are you here to be present? There is no prescription, there's no direction, there's no instructions, and the hardest part of all is coming to terms with the fact that your life is valuable the way that it is, without the muddying of capitalism or progress or productivity. You were just born, and born to experience, and born to participate. The problem with purpose is that we extend the scope of our being beyond what we know to be true. We compare ourselves with theoretical life. It is both singular and fucking boring. We've deprived ourselves in this pursuit, in this lifelong pursuit, might I add, of the richness that has been given to us in our births, in our consciousness, and we forget that it's really not us who should be deciding what our purpose is. We've decided already in the asking that there is some prescribed intent, and then we force ourselves through the process of hide and seek, and it's really not necessary. When we begin to operate in this belief, we begin to engage in the economy of purpose, meaning that our lives are a currency which is valued only in its ability to meet the gold standard of the purpose that you've decided you have, or that you decided that you need to have, or that you believe is the only way for you to be valuable. When we abandon the belief that that is the goal, that purpose is the way, and our purpose are singular and one definitive existence, when we throw that away, we become wealthy in our pursuit of daily engagement and our accumulated sense of self that cannot be predicted, nor can it be brought into fruition simply by request. We can't just say, hey, I was put on this earth to do X, and now I am here, and I am doing that. We can say, today is the day that I want to do this, and I will do that. But when we begin to sum up our lives, we begin to be incredibly reductive, and then we forget about this larger, wider experience, which is the daily and the now, and the here, and the us. It's the individualistic understanding that we have something that is only achievable through action. We have a part of us that is only achievable through pursuit and ceaseless pursuit, and that our whole lives will be dedicated to one thing and one thing only. Well, what is asked of you? When you are born, what is asked of you? You are given a name, you're given a family. If you're lucky, you're given a good home, a good upbringing. When you're given life, what is it in exchange of? As far as I'm concerned, my soul was unasked before entering my body to do any one thing. In fact, one day I was just here, and the day before I was not. And when I ask myself, what is this life really about? What am I here for? What is being asked of me when I sign the contract of being alive? It is to be alive. When I ask myself, what is my purpose? Is it to be kind? I'm asking myself, do I want to be kind? I'm asking myself, is your purpose to be successful in your career? Am I asking myself, do you want to be successful in your career? How do you want to spend your life? The cheetah doesn't ask why it runs. The bee doesn't ask why it pollinates. The ant doesn't ask why it carries food above its head. It just does. What is it about humans that has decided that there is some higher call for control over our lives, over our messaging, over our souls, if not a result of capitalism, if not a result of our fear of dying, if not a result of our fear of being inadequate otherwise? What else is there? You were being asked to be you, be you, be you. You were asked to be. To be.